Hey guys, welcome back to the Right Coin podcast. As you could probably tell versus last week, I'm feeling a lot better this week. I'm feeling good, back up to speed. Amazing how 3 days of my time makes difference versus a week for you guys. So this week, we're talking about different ways of collecting coins, like the varieties and the types. I also got new coin of the week. It's some, usual shenanigans that goes on when it's one guy in a room talking to himself and a microphone. And just me alone by myself anyway, so I'm having a conversation with myself pretty much, but I'm actually talking to you guys who aren't with me, but you'll hear this in 1 week from today. I might be a little slow with next week's episode, which for me is 2 weeks from when I'm recording this, because 1 week from today I will be on spring break, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to school to use the audio suite that I am where I record this, so I could be, I may not, I might end up doing it anyway. So we're going to jump into a coin of the week. I will specify that this coin, as I move things around, this coin was not technically actual U.S. coin, but it was thought of and would be pretty cool to have if you ever somehow found one. Anyway, the coin of the week, this coin is thought of by one of the oldest soda makers in the U.S., That narrows it down. It has a value of more than a nickel, but it's less than a dime. And this idea for a coin was thought of in the 1950s. Do you guys know what it is? Well, if you don't, Google it and then let me know in the comments if you did it. And I'll let you know what it is after the article. Anyway, guys, I do want to bring back the Patreon thing. If you guys think that's a good idea, let me know. Like I said, I'm good with doing it. I just need to be able to grow the channel. So if you want to do it, see me try to get a better setup than what I have at school, and try to get something similar at home. So make it easier on me, but maybe a little bit better production for you guys because I'll have more time and things. So let me know what you think, and if so, share videos, get people to subscribe. Come on, I know we're at 9. Let's get to 20. How about that? Let's just even do 10 or 15. So I'm gonna jump into the article. So this article was written by Mike Sherman. It's published on Coin Week website as of February 25th, 2020. So there are some parts where I have changed it versus what he has. So, and there are some cutout bits. So just make sure you go read the article. It's going to be linked down below, so you guys can go check that out. So anyway, the categorization of U.S. coins and types, subtypes, major varieties, minor or subvarieties, and divarieties is far from a straightforward process. Some modifications, like the 1913 Type 1 and Type 2 Buffalo nickels, have long been recognized as major varieties, noted prominently in the Red Book and included in nearly all type coin albums. Others, like the Amer reverse of the 1793 chain cent, have not achieved full quote-unquote variety status in the Red Book, yet have gained full recognition as a distinct type in Q. David Bauer's excellent guidebook of United States type coins. The question as to what constitutes a distinct type coin versus a variety and then a subvariety is a very gray area. For example, the 1838 to 1840 no drapery, half dimes and dimes. The no drapery coins feature Christian Gobret's original Liberty-seated design with a tilted shield and absent any drapery hanging from Liberty's left arm. Robert Ball Hughes' modified design that appeared in 1840 added drapery on an upright shield and numerous other changes to the portrait of Miss Liberty. In his complete encyclopedia of U.S. coins and colonial coins, Walter Breen devoted considerable space to a scathing explanation for these quote-unquote modifications. How many of his theories were true is subject for debate, but he certainly made his feelings clear on the subject. While the Red Book notes this difference, it does not provide a unique variety for this change. Bauer's guidebook, however, does make a clear distinction, placing them on separate pages and assigning them unique WCG, which is Whitman Coin Guide numbers. This article is going to be part of a series that's going to be going on, that's going to be in the PCGS. I can't talk. It's Friday, and my brain says no. But it's going to be in the PCGS Rare Coin Market Report. So this series article is going to be talking about 1838 to 1839 $10 Liberty Head Eagle. So that's going to so as more coins come out, if this remains a series as they post on the website, I might try to keep you guys apprised of it. Let me know. So I know, hey, they like this more. Let's continue with this. So why the 1838 to 1839 Liberty Head Eagle has never achieved full variety status. I'm sorry, I don't know what just happened. Full variety status in the major numismatic reference remains a mystery. Differences in the obverse portrait are readily apparent to even the casual observer. Start with the truncation below the neckline, move to the hair covering the ear, then step back and look at the sharp tilt to Miss Liberty's head relative to the date. Now, if you guys don't know what one looks like, the link to the article in the description is going to have images, and you guys can see that for yourselves because it doesn't make sense. I've seen it, and I'm still not entirely sure what he's talking about, so just make sure you go check out the article for any images he references. So in addition, the lettering on the reverse is larger on the 1838 to 39 Liberty Head Eagle. The change was made in 39, so for that year, both head styles and sizes of reverse lettering were produced. To some people's eye, this is every bit much of a quote-unquote change, as moving the buffalo from the mound to the line in 1913 on the nickel, or removing one of the border lines off the trime in 1859. Both aforementioned changes are recognized as full varieties in the Red Book and Bowers Guidebook of United States type coins. I got to slow down for that because I can't say all that quick. Yet the differences between the 1838 and 1839 eagles garner only a tiny footnote in the Red Book and only a brief mention in Bowers' latest, which is the third edition of his guidebook. So this leads up to the question as to why this issue has been historically ignored as a distinct type. Due to their high value, gold coins have traditionally been included in the type coin albums made by Whitman and other major manufacturers. This has contributed to general unawareness of this variety even among intermediate numismatists. Secondly, these coins are not inexpensive. Of course, neither are the small eagle-draped bust-halves of 1796 to 1797, but that reverse change is a slam dunk for a unique type. The fact that a nice example of the 38 to 39 Liberty Head Eagle is a high four-figure to low five-figure coin doesn't help. Finally, despite their obvious obverse differences, nothing was really added or subtracted from the design. You cannot point to any change in lettering, motto, stars, arrows, or diameter, which usually defines a distinct type or variety. So how best to define a distinct type or a variety? So in this, the author recommends a 7-year-old test. And he does kind of explain it in the article, and I have some of it here. I'm just going to kind of paraphrase and summarize into it. So essentially what he's saying is he did some test before where he had a bunch of 7-year-olds in a room, and he put a pile of stamps in front of them and told them to sort them by their appearance. So the resulting stats constitute distinct quote-unquote types of stamps. So you extend this to coins, you give them a few rolls of 38 to 1830 to 1840 eagles if you have the money and funds to get the coins, until the coins sort these out, and you can do it fairly quick and easy and fairly accurate is what he thinks. So he's not sure if you have a type 2 or type 3 3-cent silvers, if that could even pass the test. I don't know what those are, so if you guys know, let me know, and we'll talk about it. So he definitely, thinks, 7-year-olds recognize the difference. Why can't we? And I think that's actually pretty interesting to me. But I'm like, why would I give 7-year-olds 4 to 5 to 4 figure coins? That's my problem. I'm not giving them. Don't trust me with that much money, much less kids. So, I mean, the theory is pretty good. I think that it would work. Like you could say, give them wheat, memorial, and Union cent pennies, and they'll sort them out to the 3 different designs. So that's kind of, you can figure it out pretty easily, I would think. So he thinks, therefore, that given the capacity of quote-unquote 7-year-old test, he would, he's hoping that they might have future additions to the Red Book and the Guidebook of United States Types coin to give these coins the recognition they deserve. He thinks that they certainly qualify for a distinct variety designation and an illustration as well. In subsequent articles on the topic, he's going to make some attempts to formally define what might constitute a type, subtype, and both major and minor varieties. Like I said, he's planning on making this a series on the Coin Week website. So let me know if you want to see any more of that. I think that's pretty cool that he's going through and picking kind of strange coins no one really keeps up with a whole lot, or is kind of like more out of the average collector's budget. And he's kind of going more in depth with things. And because I haven't thought of types and varieties in that way before. So I think it's pretty cool how he kind of reduced it. So, oh, well, we could give we have 6 types of coins. Get one of each and tell 7-year-olds, sort these. And I think that's actually pretty cool. To me, it is. So that's kind of it for the article. Following that, we got usual coin of the week, which I think, pretty cool. So we're going to do that. So coin of the week this week is the 7.5 cent coin that Coca Cola wanted to introduce. Yeah, 7.5 cents. I don't know. I mean, I guess it would be more of a token, but they actually petitioned. The Coca Cola company petitioned the U.S. government at the highest level. They petitioned the president at the time. I believe it was Eisenhower. They petitioned him to make this a legal coin specifically for Coke vending machines. And I'm just like, okay, it's Coca-Cola. I don't know what else to say, but it's Coca-Cola. So I actually found, upon Googling this, I found, I believe it was written by, it's on the Asylum website, which is I think it's like Numismatic Literature Collecting Society. I think it's their article. And I don't remember when it was posted, but I can actually click the link. Because this is why I put the links in the description, guys, so that you guys can check it out, and so I can go back and double check myself. So this is from November 18th, 2012. So it's a little older, but I think the information is still pretty interesting, personally. I just think weird, fractional, strange denomination coinage would be cool. Is my personal opinion, it would be. So, getting into the story, we have in 1886, a bottle of Coke cost a nickel. It was also a nickel in 1900, 1950, and 1930. For 70 years, Coca-Cola, after the first Coke was sold, you could still buy a bottle for a nickel. A nickel. That's a lot of money back then. But now it's like, oh, nickel, pocket change. Anyway, so it survived 3 wars, the Great Depression, hundreds of competitors. None of it made any difference for the price of Coke. Why not? Well, in 1899, 2 lawyers paid a visit to the president of Coca-Cola. At the time, Coke was sold at soda fountains. The lawyers were interested in a new idea, selling drinks in bottles. What? This was a new idea? Oh, sorry, sinus stuff is still alive. But I'm like, bottles were a new idea in 1899, and I'm just like, today I literally drank a Coke out of a bottle for lunch. Not for lunch, but with lunch, whatever. So, the lawyers wanted to buy the bottling rights for Coca-Cola. Yeah, makes sense. So President of Coca-Cola didn't think much of the whole bottle thing, so he made a deal with the lawyers. He'd let them sell Coke in bottles, and he'd sell them the syrup to do it. That sounds pretty fair. But according to the terms of the deal, the lawyers would be able to buy the syrup at a fixed price forever. So we're going to charge you 50 cents a gallon. You're going to get 50 cents a gallon syrup for however long this lasts. So bottled drinks, obviously, because we drink them daily in the U.S., they took off. So Coca-Cola they're kind of they have a problem. So the bottlers or the corner store decide to raise the price of a bottle of Coke. Coca-Cola, they get no more money. So that's a problem. So they got to renegotiate this. So if you're Coca-Cola, you want to somehow keep the price down at 5 cents so you can sell as much syrup as possible to the bottlers. What you do? I don't know. What do you do? The only thing that they did was they blanketed the entire nation with Coca-Cola advertising that basically said 5 cents. I'm sorry for that. My hand went nuts, and I'm not used to a mic on this side. I switched mics. Problems were there. Basically, they put 5 cents everywhere next to. They couldn't put price tags on it saying 5 cents, but they could paint a giant ad on the side of the building right next to the store that said "Drink Coca-Cola, 5 cents," and so that's what they did. But eventually, the contract with the bottlers got renegotiated. The price of Coke stayed at a nickel. This was partly due to another obstacle: the vending machine. Whoa. Anyway, Coca-Cola vending machines were built to take one singular coin, a nickel. So folks at Coca-Cola converting the vending machines to take a dime. Doubling price too much. They wanted something completely in between a nickel and a dime. So okay, what do we do? So they asked the U.S. Treasury to issue a 7.5 cent coin. At one point, the head of Coca-Cola asked President Eisenhower for help. Apparently, they're hunting buddies. So, yes, President Eisenhower, as we're out here aiming guns at wild animals, would you please issue a 7.5-cent coin for my company? We need that to happen. I'm just trying to imagine, like, Eisenhower turns the gun, like, says, what? Nothing. Just mess with the guy. I'm like, they're hunting buddies. But I'm like, I don't know if a hunting trip would be the best place for that. But whatever. And they got no luck. In the end, inflation killed the nickel Coke. So price of ingredients went up in the 40s. And so some stores were selling Coke for 6 cents. Last nickel Coke was sold in 1959. So it has been, we're 2020. So it's been, 61 years since a nickel Coke. So Coke's went from a nickel to $1.75 in 60 years. Well, it was great while it lasted. I wasn't alive at that time. Would have been nice. Nickels for... All right, here's my nickels. I want 16 Cokes, please. Time machine. I'll go get some of those original Coke bottles. Those would be worth money. Oh, man, I had to find those coins from the time period, though. That could be a problem. I got Buffalo nickels, so it'll be all right. But that's it for this week, guys. Thanks for tuning in. As usual, I hope you enjoyed. If you got any questions, comments, critiques, anything like that, as usual, email me at therightcoinpodcast@gmail.com. You got a topic you want to know, comment it, email me, whatever. I got Discord, guys. It's in the description. You just got to scroll a little bit under all the mess. You'll find the Discord server. You can message me on there. We can chat. Join the server. It's awesome. Although there's nobody in it, but I think there's 2 people and me in it. So definitely join. I need company. So, but I think that's pretty much it, guys. Like I said, let's try to get up to 20 subscribers. Maybe even, round out from a 9 to a 10. Just make sure you're liking, you're sharing, you're subscribing. Because I know not all you who listen to subscribe. Or you may or may not. I don't know. But wherever you're listening to this, because there's a couple places out there, just make sure you like, subscribe. It helps a lot. Commenting just lets me know what I'm doing right, what I'm doing wrong. Your opinions are nice. I take questions. I want a segment where I answer viewer questions. I think that would be fun. It'd be cool. You guys get to be on the air. I get some content. Make this a little bit longer, so we can take this from when you watch on YouTube. You can get the app. And you can download the episode, and you can listen to it in the car for more than 20 minutes, and then you got to go back to the normal, boring radio. Because why would you want to listen to normal, boring radio? I mean, yeah, there's satellite radio, but, man, why would you want to listen to that when you could listen to my voice talking for an hour and a half or something like that? I don't know. I don't think hour and a half. I'd shoot for about an hour. I am working on interviews, so I got those. I'm trying to get those lined up so we can maybe have that. I think it'd be pretty neat. Yeah, guys, that's it. So I will see y'all on the next one.